Hi, and welcome to the DC Health Exercises month. This month we're going to be covering the deadlift. The deadlift is an excellent exercise for your conditioning program. It helps you with strength, power, muscle mass, weight loss, nearly any goal the deadlift can be a part of. The problem with the deadlift though is that 90% of the time it's performed incorrectly in the gym and it can lead to injury if performed poorly. The aim of this video is to inform you why deadlifting is good and to show you how to do it correctly with a whole bunch of small tips that will hopefully improve your performance. The deadlift is one of the main 7 primary movement patterns that Paul Chek has identified, being squat, twist, bend, push, pull, and gate, and lunge. The deadlift is one of the lifts that we actually perform every day. Anyone who has to pick up anything off the floor can benefit from a deadlift. So we're going to get into the execution exercise and how to do it right. When performing a deadlift, the main thing that most people get wrong is range of motion. A lot of people don't have adequate hip mobility or lumbar stability to do a deadlift correctly. In lots of our other videos, we will address hip mobility and lumbar stability. So if you're having these problems, look through our videos and you'll find the solution to your problems. What you see, the main problem being the setup position. In the setup position for the deadlift, a lot of people don't get close enough to the bar and round their lumbar spine. This is a really dangerous position to be in because as you exert pressure against a rounded back, the likelihood of a disc bulge or protrusion increases greatly. So I'll show you a deadlift with incorrect technique, where the system is actually going wrong, and how to correct it and do it properly. People get close to the bar, they'll round their back, they'll push their knees forward, and then they'll try and stand up using their quads and their back. As you saw in that lift, I actually rounded my back quite significantly. That put significant load on my disc. To do the deadlift properly, the first thing you want to get is your setup position. In powerlifting, for the 3 main lifts, squat, deadlift and bench, the main thing is to get the setup right. When the setup's right, generally the rest of the lift will work properly too. With the deadlift, get close to the bar. So I'm getting so close that it's nearly scraping my shins. With the position of the hips and the feet are about shoulder width apart, knees are bent but not too much, and most of the movement is coming from my hips. I'm keeping my lower back relatively straight. From here, I grip the bar and I stand up. Boom. So that's how a deadlift should look. Now I'm going to show you the individual points for each joint and how to do it correctly. As we get down close to the bar, shins are touching. Next thing you want to look at is our grip. With our hands, when we grip the bar, what we want to do is rotate the inside of our elbow forward. What this does is sets up the lats. The lats are a really big muscle that bridge the shoulder across the lower back to the opposite hip. So getting them working properly is really important. From there, we want to activate the core correctly. For a deadlift, we want to use the bracing technique. So we're going to brace our core as if we're going to be punched in the stomach. The other thing we want to do is activate our glutes. We really want our glutes to be the prime mover in this exercise, not our lower back. Okay? As we come up now in the deadlift, we don't want to think of coming straight up. That encourages lower back recruitment and puts a lot of stress into here. You want to think, instead of coming up, of pushing forward with the glutes. By using that, you get to use all their power and your back will do the right thing. The last tip for successful deadlifting is not to actually take the bar, go down, bend the arm and up again. That can actually lead to a bicep strain or tear and you lose a lot of force. Ideally what you want to do is set yourself up, taking the tension up and out of the bar. So putting force into it already. So by doing that correctly, it'll look like this. I'm getting close to the bar, bending down, keeping a lumbar curve. I grip the bar, I squeeze quite tight. The tighter I squeeze anything, the more tension irradiates throughout my whole body, generating higher levels of force. I twist the elbows forward, I've still got a tight grip. Core is braced. With my head positioning, I don't look up. I actually keep my head down and I only look up with my eyes. If I look up, the hyperextension actually causes weakness in my extensor muscles. So down, I've gripped, tight, elbows are forward, glutes are tight, I'm gripping the floor with my feet. I take the tension out the bar so you can see that there, and then hips come forward. Boom. Squeeze the glutes and the abs at the top of the movement. Go down, rest the bar. With a deadlift, it's good to reset every single time. A grip again, abs tight, head down, push forward with the hips. Boom. Explosive deadlift, abs and glutes squeezed. Down we go. When programming for the deadlift, you can use a lot of different options. Remember, reps in the range of 1 to 3 repetitions will generally train maximum strength. 6 to 8 will be strength hypertrophy, and 10 and anything above will be endurance. So that's a deadlift, and thank you very much for watching.